We'll see how to predict the closing price of a stock uh, for a day. So for this prediction, we are using Apple dataset and we are applying linear regression for that. So this is our dataset. This dataset you can download from Yahoo Finance. It is available on historical data section in the Yahoo Finance. This dataset has 6 column: date, open, high, low, close, adjusted close, and volume. So open columns means opening price of a stock. High means high price. Low price. Close means closing price of stock. Adjusted close means after applying certain, I think, formalities. Then final closing price of a stock, and volume, how much amount of stock traded in the given day. So using this data set, we will predict the closing price of a stock. Closing price of a stock. So we will use NumPy and Pandas. We will not use linear regression class from the sklearn package. So we try to code our own linear regression function. So let's start. So first import NumPy, then Pandas, and for trend test split, we are using model trend test split function for model selection, and for determining the accuracy of our model, we are using R2 score. R2 score is nothing but coefficient determination. So first first step, let's read the data. So here you can use any coding style. You can, if you want to code in object oriented, you can. So using read CSV, we are reading a CSV file. So let's print this. Let's print the 10 rows of the CSV file. So let's okay. So uh, here we will use a date column as an index of our data set. So before using the date column as an index, let's convert to pandas date time index. So here is a function called pd.toDateTime to convert date to pandas date time. So here we just converted, and now it is, let's set the index of your data frame using set underscore index date. let let's see uh, this date index is set or not. uh, yeah, it's set. Okay, now if you see the data, data is not in one domain. Data is not standardized. So well, if you compare uh, open and close column, the open and volume column contain much more greater number. This number is very greater than the 62.68. So to build a good model, we need to scale our data. So for scaling a data, we will use standardization technique. Before scaling a data, let's see, is there any null value in our data set or not. So for there is a one function called is na, and just take a sum. This function, this line will print number of null values in each column. Hopefully we don't have any null values. Okay, so let's create a training data. So our target variable is a close, and the rest of the variable is our training data. So we will use rest of the variable for training purpose. Open, open, high, then low, then adjusted close, and volume. So this selected statement will return a data frame, but we want numpy array. So here I am at just write dot value, it will give a numpy array. Same for target variable, extract the target variable from data frame. So close is our target variable, and apply values, it will give a numpy array. Now you have your training data as well as target variable. Now it's time to scale a data. So for scaling a data, we simply write one function called scale data. Uh, it will expect one parameter x. For scaling a data or standardization of data, we simply minus a mean and divided by standard deviation of each column and return scale data. So basically standardization of data means centering your data across the mean. So let's calculate a mean. So np dot mean x, and x is 0. It will calculate a mean of each column. Same for standard deviation, np dot std, x is 0. Now just minus a mean from x and divided by standard deviation and return x scale. Now it's time to call a function x scale, scale data. Okay, our data is scale. Now it's time to fit a linear regression model. So when I say fit a linear regression model, it's time to find the weights and bias. So here we are creating a one function called fit, which is expect x comma y. X is our input feature, input vectors. Y is our target variable. So here we will uh, code gradient descent. So we are finding a weight and bias using gradient descent. So let's initialize the weight with 0. Uh, Basically, initializing a weight with 0, that is not good idea. Weight should be initialized from standard uh, normal distribution or uniform distribution. But for this simple data set, we can initialize the weight with zeros. So we simply write x dot shape 1. Basically, weight should contain the length of weight, in short, is how many columns in your data set. Here, using a shape function, we will get a row length as well as number of columns. So we can extract number of columns from just just putting index 1. So here weight is initialized, bias, we will initialize bias with 0. Eta is nothing but learning rate, 0.01. Epoch 1000. Epoch is nothing but the iteration over the entire data set. So let's write a gradient descent here for E in epoch, and for input in X. So let's reshape this input. We want a two-dimensional array. So -1, 1. So we are just telling a numpy the second dimension is 1. Find a first dimension. Therefore we put -1, 1. Now let's extract a target. So here I need to enumerate So target variable for that input. So here y of idx. Now let's write our equation. We basically w transpose x plus w0. In simple word, we can say that y equal to mx plus c. So here w transpose at input plus bias. This at symbol is a shortcut for dot product in NumPy. So now just uh, reshape. We want spread. We want one dimension prediction. One dimension. We are converting this 2D array to 1D array using reshape -1. Now just extract the value from this array. Now you have your prediction. Now let's calculate a gradient. Gradient is nothing but your prediction minus what is the target, and now it's time to write update rule. So w equal to w minus eta is learning rate into gradient into input feature, and so bias equal to bias minus eta into gradient. So basically these three lines are, we are using sum of square of residual cost function. If we derivate this cost function, we will get this spread minus target, and this is the update rule. Now after the end of the epoch, we just return weight comma bias. So let's call this fit method. This will return weight comma bias. Okay, now we got the optimal weight as well as optimal bias. So it is not good to pass entire data to fit function. So before we just apply train test split here. Train test split x comma y, and test size is 0.2. Test size is 0.2 means training size is 1 minus 0.2, it is 0.8. So train test split will return x test, sorry, x train, then x test, then y train, and y test. Now just pass x train and y train to fit function. Using this x train and y train, we are calculating a weight and bias. Now it's time for prediction. So for storing our prediction, I am just initializing one empty array and iterating over x test. So just take a dot product of @input plus bias, sorry, b, only b. Now reshape it to 1D array and extract the value from it, and just append this value to our data wireframe. So basically it is a code for prediction on X test, our testing data. Now it's time to calculate a score. What is the accuracy of our model? For this we are using R2 score function from sklearn. Here we are the first argument of R2 score is y test, then y spread. So let's run it. Okay, there is one error, cannot import X test. Oh, so let's Int object is not iterable. Okay, I forgot to write range of epoch. Hopefully there will be no error. Yeah, so score is a 99.9. So if I multiply with 100, it will be a 99%. Yeah, so score is a pretty good because basically this our data set is very simple. Therefore, we achieve 99% score very easily. So this is the way you can code a linear regression, or you can predict the stock price using linear regression. So I will uh, I will attach the link of my GitLab profile, or this code in the description box. Thank you.